Good morning, YouTube. We are going to be opening up our box of Chilling Reign today. Again, huge thank you to Mario's Gaming World for giving us, selling us this box of Chilling Reign, as well as the Digimon Green structured starter decks we opened up last night. So we're just gonna hop into it. Let's go. Alrighty, here we go. So we got our box of Chillin' Reign. Thank you once again to Mario's Gaming World. Of course, we will link you to Mario's YouTube and Twitch in the description below. But yeah, we're going to open up some Chilling Reign. Now, this is actually a really good set. I'm actually really excited to pull out of this set. So let's begin and let's see what we get. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Metal Energy, Seabold. Choose two your Rapid Strike Pokemon and heal 60 damage from them. Not bad. Larion. Expedition Uniform. Look at the bottom 3 cards of your deck and put them on top of your deck in any order. That's pretty fun. Inkay, Rockruff, Ghastly. You know me, I'm always down for a good Gengar. Ladybug, Porygon, Clara. Choose one or both. Put up to 2 basic Pokemon in your discard pile into your hand. Put up to 2 basic energy cards in your discard pile in your hand. Not bad. And a Golurk. Okay, so the first pack, not that great, but that's okay. That is okay. Pack number 2. Darkness Energy. Karen's Conviction. During this turn, your single strike Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. That's not bad. Weeding Gloves. The attacks of this Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active grass Pokemon. Situational. Porygon 2. Rapid Strike Sobble. Rapid Strike Inkay. Scovit. Single Strike Scorbunny. Rapid Strike Diglett. Malamar. Reveal any number of Rapid Strike cards from your hand. This attack does 40 damage for each card you reveal this way. Then shuffle those cards to your deck. That's not a bad card, actually. And we got a Swasbuck. That is not a bad card, actually. Not bad at all. Two, 4. We got an Energy, Steenie, another Karen's Conviction, another Weeding Gloves, Galarian Farfetch'd, Single Strike, Porygon, Heracross Single Strike, another Sobble Rapid Strike, another Inkay Rapid Strike, Greedent. Energy attached to your Pokemon can't be put into your hand, deck, or discard pile by any of your opponent's card item or supporter cards. That's not bad. Another Malamar. The Greedent's not terrible. I mean, I don't really know. We have the fan. I don't think there's anything much else, trainer or supporter-wise, that will pop energy. Of course, I could be wrong. I could be missing something. It is very possible. 3, 4. Alrighty. Lightning Energy. Rapid Strike Scroll of the Skies. This Rapid Strike Pokemon... The Rapid Strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack of this card. You still need the necessary energy. So for 1 lightning, 1 colorless, Grab Drop will do 10. This attack does 15 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not terrible. It could be a really nice tech if you're playing against cards that have decks that have a lot of energy attachment, like Inteleon, Fire decks, which can attach multiple energies per turn. Dynatree Hill, both Pokemon, yours and your opponent's, can't be healed. Another Steny, a Coughing, Delibird, a Galarian Farfetch'd, Porygon, Heracross, Single Strike Lycanroc. For 2 fighting energy. This attack does 80 plus 10 more for each single strike Pokemon in your discard pile. That's not bad. That's not bad. And Zangoose for 3 energy. If you played a Rapid Strike supporter from your hand during this turn, this attack also does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. 50 damage spread across the board is pretty solid. I don't know if it's something we could tech it in a Rapid Strike deck, Because you could technically pull that energy off in 2 turns, but it'd be kind of a waste of a discard for your Rapid Strike energy. One, 4. We got Fighting Energy, Agatha. Move up to 3 damage counters from your active Pokemon to one of your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad. Another Rapid Strike Scroll of Skies. Another Dynatree Hill. We got a Single Strike Snover, a Rapid Strike Blitzel, another Ghastly, Coughing, a Delibird. Here we go. Single Strike Scroll of Piercing. This Single Strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use its attack on this card. You still need the energy. 1 fire, 2 colorless. Bullet Breakthrough is 120. The attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance or by any effects on your defending Pokemon. So that's going to be 120 damage no matter what. And Wheezing. For 1 Dark Energy, Mixin Toxin. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Attach Dark Energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And Smog Burst. This attack does 20 more damage for each Dark Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. And it's for 2 energy. Not bad. Fun little decks there, I'm sure. Fun little decks there, I am sure. Oh my gosh. Pack doesn't want to open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fire Energy. Old Cemetery. Whenever any player attaches an energy from their hand to one of their non-psychic Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on it. That is going to be really good with Calyrex, because you can speed up energy, and whenever they attach energy, they're going to take damage. Single Strike Raboot, another Karen, another Agatha, Swirlix, Rapid Strike Sneasel, Single Strike Grover, Snover, Rapid Strike Blitzel, another Ghastly. That's almost a full play set of Ghastlies. A Swasbuck, and a Porygon Z. Bug Transmission. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon confused. And then for 3 colorless energy, Super Beam does 170. Discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. The ability is kind of cool. The attack is kind of garbage. So Confusion is kind of cool, but we do have lots of like switching cards in the format right now that make status effects kind of blah. Psychic Energy, Expedition Uniform, Old Cemetery, Raboot, Ghastly, Ladybug, Porygon, Swirlix, Sneasel, Tesserina. Tread On. This attack does 50 damage more for each colorless energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost, and it does 10. Not terrible. It could be really, really good. Solar Beam for 1 grass, 2 colorless, 120. The first attack is really, really good. And Whale Rain. Roar Beam, 2 for 70. Hail Prison, 2 water and a colorless for 160. Discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Again, status effects, kind of easy to get around in the Pokemon format right now. There's a lot of switch cards going on. If you do it to like a non-V, non-GX, you can just scoop up Netted away. Really easy to get around. Water Energy, Whirlipede, another Seabold, Larion, Furfrou, Diglett, Larvesta, Inkay, Rockruff. This Rockruff picture is adorable. Venipede, Passimian. Your Rapid Strike Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's benched V and benched GX Pokemon. You cannot apply more than 1 throwing coach ability at a time. This is really good for Rapid Strike Urshifu. Because Rapid Strike Urshifu, you can do 120 damage to the bench. With this Passimian out, you can now do 150 damage to the bench. GX and V, which is amazing. We're actually going to put that off to the side because I eventually want to build Rapid Strike Urshifu, and that will be a good card for the deck. Alrighty. We have Dark Energy, Celio, Melanie. Attach a water energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon V. If you do, draw 3 cards. This card is really good. We have a Rapid Strike Inteleon coming out in the next set. So with this card, and it only requires 2 energies to attack. So in one turn, you can attach an energy for turn, play this card, attach another energy, and then draw 3 cards. Really good card. Going to be really, really solid next set. Whirlipede, another Sobble, Bonsweet, Furfrou, Diglett, Larvesta, Castform, and Galarian Articuno V. You must discard 2 cards from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. Psyray, for 1 Psychic and 2 colors, does 110 damage. This is going to be a really good card. I can see this being teched in a lot of areas. We can combo it up with that Melony if we wanted to. Discard 2 water energies, draw a card. Draw support on Pokemon is really good to have. So definitely happy to have pulled that. That's our first V. And the picture looks really nice too. The one thing I will always say about Pokemon is they do a good job on the pictures. Got Energy. Ooh, we finally see the Haunter. That's a nice picture for a Haunter too. Celio, another Melanie, Ghastly, Cubfu, Patania, Sobble, Bonsweet, Galarian Surfetched. Peck for 1 energy does 40. Leak Strike does 70 for 1 fighting and 2 colorless. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, this attack does 90 more damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. This is actually really solid, because we have access to Twin Energy for it. 90 and 70 is, it's 160. Solid numbers. You can 2-shot most things, and it would not be hard to get this thing going. Also, don't forget, Single Strike has stuff that'll let you do more damage. So, good stuff. And another Tessarina. Lightning Energy, another Clara. Ooh, Brawly. Rapid Strike Brawly. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon, put them on your bench. Then shuffle your deck. I think I'm going to be teching this when I finally get around to building my Rapid Strike Urshifu. Really good card. Search your deck for 2 Rapid Strike Urshifus. We can play with the Passimian and just get yourself set up really quickly. Haunter, Shuppet, Snowy Form, Castform. If you have 8 or more Pokemon cards in your discard pile, 8 or more Stadium cards in your discard pile, ignore all energy in this Pokemon's attacks. I don't really know what 8 stadiums you would play. Ghastly, another Cubfu, Patania, Marip the Sheep, and another Galarian Surfetched. I might play Galarian Surfetched just for fun. The card seems really, really good. Really easy to pull off because, like I said, Twin Energy is a thing. You can pump it out in 2 turns. We have lots of stuff that searches Pokemon. Fighting Energy, Welcoming Lantern. Put a Single Strike supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. This is amazing. And as we get more Single Strike supporters, it's just going to be good. I said this when I opened up my box of Battle Styles a couple weeks ago. Single Strike Pokemon have the best support. Clara, Brawly, Spheal, Patania, Rockruff, Shuppet, another Castform, Fog Crystal. Search your deck for a Psychic Energy card or a basic Pokemon, reveal it to your opponent, a basic Psychic Pokemon, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Really good card. Search an energy if you need it. Search a Pokemon. We have Calyrex, Galarian Articuno. Lots of good stuff. In the current format, you can still use it to search Mewtwo if you're playing any form of Mewtwo deck. And Spiritomb. For 1 energy, For each Pokemon in your opponent's discard pile, put 1 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. If you placed any damage counters in this way, your opponent shuffles all Pokemon from their discard pile into their deck. It's okay. Will-O-Wisp for 20 for 1 dark Pokemon, for 1 dark energy. It's okay. The first ability would be nice, but shuffling your opponent's Pokemon into your deck gives them re-access to stuff. Obviously, you wouldn't play it late game, so it's okay. Fire Energy, Path to the Peak. Pokemon with a rule box in play, both yours and your opponent's, have no abilities. Pokemon V, Pokemon GX, etc., have rule boxes. This is going to see a lot of play. Being able to shut down your opponent's Calyrex, your opponent's Galarian Articuno, your opponent's Dedenne when Dedenne comes into play. I'm pretty sure it won't have an ability. Same with Crobat. Shutting down... And this is going to be really good to shut down Eternatus because Dread Zone is an ability. And being able to stop them from putting 8 dark Pokemon on the field will definitely weaken the amount of damage that deck could put out. This is going to see a lot of play, especially in decks that don't run. The rare decks that don't run Vs or GXs. Ledian, another Lantern. Heracross, Sunny Form, Cast Form. Same thing ability-wise as the Snowy Form, but its attack does 150, and you can discard a Stadium play. If you can't, this attack does nothing. So, not the greatest. Spheal, Hatnia, a Rockruff, Galarian Weezing. Each basic dark energy attached to your Pokemon that have Weezing in their name provides 2 energy instead. You can't apply more than 1 energy factory ability at a time. Obviously, we are playing this with the regular Weezing to double the amount of damage we do with its ability, with its attack. Really good card, really niche. Dark has a lot of support. I think this could be a really good rogue deck to counter the Psychic Pokemon we are getting because they are all weak to Dark. And Rapid Strike Rillaboom. Wood Drain for 60, 1 grass, 1 colorless, heal 30 damage for 60 heal 30 damage from this Pokemon for 60 damage. Raging Repeated Strike. So for 2 grass and 1 colorless, does 120 plus. Discard any amount of energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 30 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. That could be a real beast late game. Really, really fun stuff. Alrighty. 2, 3, 4. Psychic Energy. We got the Flaffy, another Path to the Peak. I'm really happy I'm pulling those. Ledian, a regular Cast Form. This one's probably the best one out of all of them. Same thing, Weather Reading, 8 Stadiums and ignore attack costs. Does 80 damage and draw cards so you have 6 in your hand. Probably the best attack-wise out of all of them. Quillfish, Single Strike, Ralts, Heracross, Cast Form, Sunny Form, Beedrill, Single Strike. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, it's knocked out. Versus Sting. This will be really good against a Single Strike Pokemon, Rapid Strike Pokemon. Anything that runs Twin Energy, anything that's going to run Speed Lightning Energy. There's a lot of special energy in the format that you can play. And Jet Spear for 110 does discard an energy from this Pokemon. This Beedrill gives me Speedrill vibes. Really quick, really effective. If you play it right, can pretty much win you the games in the proper position. And it's a 1 prize energy. So unless you're playing against Arceus Dialga Palkia, which isn't going to be a thing in September, you are good. You can do lots of damage. And we're going to end it off with Galarian Slowking VMAX. Not the VMAX we wanted, but really cool looking nonetheless. 320 HP. For 1 dark, 1 colorless, Max Toxify does 10. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during Pokemon checkup in between turns. Put 12 damage counters on that Pokemon instead of 1. So essentially you're doing 130 damage for 2. Because like I said, there's lots of cards that get your opponent's Pokemon out of the active slot. So, and they can just retreat. So being able, this is going to do you 130 damage on one turn, which isn't bad for 2 energies. Not bad at all. Not the VMAX we wanted, but we are okay with it. Steel. Ooh, lucky energy. As long as this Pokemon is as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides an energy. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, draw a card. That's pretty good. Galarian Chestplate. It is a Pokemon tool. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has Galarian in its name, it takes 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. That'd be really good with the Surfetch. Take 30 less damage, still dealing out your massive damage. Flaffy, Snorunt, Weedle, another Castform, Quillfish, Ralts, Rapid Strike, Spiral Energy. This card can only be attached to a Rapid Strike Pokemon. If this card is attached to anything other than a Rapid Strike Pokemon, discard this card. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only provides 1 energy at a time. The Pokemon this card is attached to can't be paralyzed. And if it is already paralyzed, it removes the special condition. Really good card. Rainbow Energy for Rapid Strike Pokemon. Not that they needed any more support, but still a really good card. Being able to remove paralysis is really fun too. And Kecleon Rapid Strike. Chroma Shift. This Pokemon is the same type as any basic energy attached to it. It has 2 or more different types of energy. This Pokemon is each of those types. Spinning attack does 90. Not the greatest, not the worst. Being every type that you have energy attached to is kind of cool, because you will hit a lot of things for weakness and resistance. For weakness, but you also got to be careful because it requires 3 energy to attack, so you got to be willing to invest that 3 energy and potentially kill your opponent in order to make it work. Water Energy. Caitlyn. Put any number of cards in your hand on the bottom of your deck, then draw that many cards. I feel like this is a direct reprint of an earlier Caitlyn. I'll have to double check that. But if it is, you can use the older copy as well. I feel like that is a direct reprint, which is really cool. Another Lucky Energy, another Chestplate, Snover, Galarian Slowpoke, Crabrawler, Snorunt, another Weezing. I wouldn't mind pulling some Weedles here. Scorbunny, and Rapid Strike Inteleon. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. I might actually tech one of these in my Inteleon V deck. I am running the regular Inteleon from Sword and Shield, but being able to plop 2 damage counters anywhere on top of your Galarian Zigzagoons really brings more numbers into check for what your Inteleon VMAX can do. Like right off the bat, if I had this on the field when I went to attack with the VMAX, I would be doing 180 damage instead of 160 damage base. Assuming I haven't dropped any Galarian Zigzagoons as well. So that's a good card too. So we'll set that off to the side as well. Dark Energy, Rapid Strike Drizzle, Peony. Discard your hand and search your deck for the 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. I can see this being a nice tech card when you don't really want to, when you don't have a really big hand and you really want to get some trainers going. I can see this being a nice tech card. Another Caitlyn, Snorunt, Venipede, Snover, Galarian Slowpoke, Crabrawler, Shiny Cubfu. Really nice. And we got a full art Doctor. Draw 2 cards. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon VMAX, draw 2 more cards. It's not that good. Even on the VMAX, you're drawing 4 cards. There are better cards that will draw you more. And even in the case of that, you have Marnie, which will draw you 5 cards and disrupt your opponent. Doctor, I don't think Doctor has a spot in this format. Grass, Hatterene, another Drizzile, Peony, Spheal, Swirlix, Galarian Yanmask, Snorunt, Venipede, Avery. Draw 3 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, your opponent discards Pokemon from their bench until they have 3. This could be very, very good. Yes, your opponent won't get... Yes, you won't get knockouts for these, but your opponent will shorten their bench space, which is always good. You can disrupt their strategy depending on what they have on their bench. But you gotta be careful, because if they have stuff with damage counters on it, they will obviously get rid of those damage counters Pokemon to avoid getting knocked out. But you're still taking potential threats off the board. And Bennett. For 1 Psychic Energy, Resolute Spite does 20 damage. Put up to 7 damage counters on this Pokemon. This attack does 20 more damage for each damage counter you have placed on there. So for 1 energy, this will do 160 damage. No, sorry, that's more. 140 damage for 1 energy, and you'll drop yourself 10 HP. If we had something like Life Dew related in this format, I think this card would be really good. For Eerie Light, 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless, 50 damage. Your active Pokemon is confused. We talked about confusion earlier. It's not that good when there is so many ways that you can just retreat your active Pokemon. You know, you have Air Balloon, so if you hit it on a Pokemon that has Air Balloon and 2 energy retreat cost, they can just retreat for free. So yeah, not really all that good. Fire Energy, Ledian, Old Cemetery. Impact Energy. This is the Rainbow Energy for Single Strike. Same thing. Can only be, its effect only works when it's attached to a Single Strike Pokemon. It can only be attached to a Single Strike Pokemon. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only provides 1 energy at a time. The Pokemon this card is attached to can't be poisoned. If it's already poisoned, recover that special condition. Really good card. Poison, I feel, is more common than Paralysis, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played Pokemon competitively. Grookey, Scorbunny, Aeron, Snorunt, Venipede, fire-resistant gloves. This attack does 30 damage. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to does 30 more damage to your opponent's active Fire-type Pokemon. This is really good now because Fire is still a thing, but with the loss of Welder, Giant Hearth, Fire Crystal, I don't know how prevalent Fire is going to be in the fall. So check it now if you have a very fire heavy format, but I don't think Fire is going to be a thing in the fall. And another Passimian, really good card. Really, really good card. Crushing Gloves. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is had to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Steel Pokemon before applying. This could still see some play in the fall because we are still going to have Zacian. We are still going to have Coding Energy. We're not going to have Safety Goggles, but we're still going to have Steel Pokemon plays. So this might still see some play in the fall. Kirlia, Justified Gloves. This could be a really nice tech card for Eternatus if it still sees like a lot of play. Being able to do 30 more damage to Eternatus VMAX could be game altering, especially when comboed up with Path to the Peak to drop their Pokemon numbers, to drop out their ability to have a Pokemon on the bench. Really good stuff. Shuppet, Scovit, Spheal, Swirlix, Yamask, Clara, Ampharos, Thundershock for 1 energy does 50. Your opponent's paralyzed. Searchlight for 90 for 2 energy. If your opponent reveals their hand, if you find any energy there, this attack does 90 more damage. This isn't terrible. I like it. It requires your opponent to be a very energy reliant deck, and hopefully they can't attach all that energy in 1 turn. So not a bad card. And it's Ampharos. Getting that one's fucking hard. You guys know that reference? I love you. Water Energy, Spiral Energy, Honey. Draw a card for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon V. See, even this is a better card than Doctor, because you can't always guarantee that there's going to be a active VMAX, but your opponent is always going to have at least a couple of Vs on the bench, so you're going to get a couple cards out of it. But again, it's still overshadowed by Marnie, Professor's Research, and even Caitlyn could be a better card for it. Avery, and again, even Avery is a better card because you can disrupt your opponent in some way, shape, or form. Deerling, Delibird, Larvesta, Scoviat, Crabrawler, Sneasel, and Slurpuff. Follow the scent for 2 colorless energies, flip 3 coins, put a number of cards up to the number of heads from your discard pile into your hand. Coin flip attacks are never good. They might seem good, but it's a waste of your attack if you flip a tails. Fairy Wind for 3 energy does 80. The only plus side to that card is that all the energy requirement is colorless, so you could tech it in places, but there are better options, much better options. Dark, Lairon, Stenny, Rugged Helmet. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, put an energy card attached to the attacking Pokemon into your opponent's hand. Energy Disruption is kind of cool, but again, there are better Pokemon tools out there. Ralts, Cast Form, Rainy Form, same ability. Rainfall for 2 energies, 1 water, 1 colorless. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Also meh. Snover, Yamask, Coughing, Cresselia, Crescent Glow for 1 Psychic. Search your deck for a Psychic card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. If you go second and it's your first turn, instead search for up to 3 Psychic energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. This is Volcanion for Psychics. Good card. Good card. Very, very good card. And this actually could make Psychic Mewtwo super good for the amount of time that Psychic Mewtwo is still in the format. And then for 2 energies, Photon Laser. If you have 5 energy in play, this attack does 90 more damage. Really, really good card. I'm going to set this off to the side because it is a really good card. And this pack ends off with Galarian Runigris. Spiteful Slate. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon VMAX, put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. Not bad. Energy Press for 3 colorless does 60. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Not bad. The ability is kind of nice if you're willing to potentially sacrifice a prize to take out a Pokemon VMAX, but you have to think that they probably will not attack you with a Pokemon VMAX to do the damage. A lot of decks are running a few single prize attackers, so be wary. Grass Energy, Peonia. Put up to 3 prize cards into your hand. Then for each prize card you put into your hand, put a card from your hand face down as a prize. It doesn't say randomly, so you get to choose, which this could actually see a lot of tech options as well. Fire Resistant Gloves, Crabdominal. I always love the pictures on Crabdominal. Venipede, Bonsweet, Lapras. Who doesn't like a good Lapras picture? Blitzel, Larion, Thundurus. Assisting Spark. You may attach a Lightning Energy card from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon for 30. And then Thunder. This Pokemon does 30 to itself for 2 Lightning, a colorless, and it does 130 damage to your opponent's Pokemon. Not bad. Single Strike Seviper. Strong Tail for 2 Darks and a colorless. Does 90 damage. If you played a Single Strike supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 90 more damage. Not terrible. Obviously, I feel like it has less play value than the what's it called? Than the Zangoose. Because the Zangoose requires all colorless. Lightning. Oh, we got a Kakuna. Oh, the Kakuna is a single strike. Stiffen. Of course it is, because the rest of the line is single strike. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 40 less damage. Another Path to the Peak. Beautiful. Hatchrim, Quillfish, Galarian Slowpoke, another Weedle, Cloptopus, Mareep, Agatha, Gallade. Faint for 1 Psychic Energy does 60 damage. Dynablade for 2 colorless energies. This attack does 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon V in play. This reminds me of a smaller or single prize attacker of Jigglypuff and Mega Lopunny Tag Team GX. This card could be very dangerous in the future. I'm going to set it aside because I think it's so good. When you think about it, your opponent has 3 Pokemon V on the bench, which isn't that hard to believe because, you know, we have tech Pokemon V like Eldegoss and Crobat. And if they're attacking you with a V, then you do 180 damage for 2 energies on a single prize attacker. That's really good. That is enough to one-shot a Eternatus, which you know will have a lot of Pokemon V on the bench. Grass, Fighting, Haunter, Regular Doctor, Helio, Cloptopus, Snowy, Hedina, Aeron, Ralts, Swasbuck. We got double Ralts. Ew. That's kind of like the one thing I don't like about Pokemon packs. Pulling the reverse foil of a common when you've pulled the common. Fire, Peony, Chestplate, Caitlyn, Diglett, Scorbunny, Shuppet, Cubfu, Blitzel, Runigris, and a full art Peonia. 2 full art trainers. That kind of makes me sad a little bit. Kind of makes me sad a little bit. Means we're probably not pulling a full art Pokemon, which sucks. Energy, Avery, Flaffy, Clara, Yamask, Sunnyform, Regular, Ladybug, Golett, Burst Foil, Caitlyn. Oh, look at that. Shiny energy pull. Nice. Shiny fighting energy. Love it. Looks really good. It looks really good. That is not too shabby at all. Energy, Avery, Lydian, Old Cemetery, Grookey, Sneasel, Scorbunny, Shuppet, Cubfu, Sobble, Scolipede. I don't think I pulled one of these yet. Poison Sting for 1 dark. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Venoshock for 100. 1 dark, 2 colors. So your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. This attack does 120 more damage. 220 isn't anything to joke about, but again, with so many retreat options in the format, you're probably not going to get that 120 off unless you've used a trainer card to poison. Or a Pokemon ability. There are dark Pokemon that have an ability that let you poison. Energy, Dynatree Hill, Spiral Energy, Peony, another Ghastly, Cubfu, Hatna, Rapid Strike Sobble, Bond Speed, ooh, reverse foil Path to the Peak, and another Slurpuff. I'm okay with our pulls. The foil fighting energy is kind of cool. The only thing that does suck about it is that it is a secret rare, so it has taken the place of another card that we could have gotten. Steel, Crebdominal, another Spiral Energy, another Honey, Delibird, Larvesta, Mareep, Heracross, Cloptopus, Slurpuff, Aggron. Guard Press for 1 steel, 2 colorless. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage and it does 100. Seismic Rift does 240. And for 2 steel, 2 colorless, this attack does 30 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Keep in mind that we are not going to have Mew in the format much longer, so you will actually do that 30 damage to your opponent's bench Pokemon. 2, 4. Water Energy. Ooh, Flannery. She's new. Discard 1 special energy from your opponent's Pokemon, and then discard a stadium and play. This is really good. I definitely see this seeing some play. Old Cemetery, Steny, Spheal, Hatna, Rockruff, Shuppet, Castform, Zarude, Pack Call. Search your deck for a grass Pokemon and reveal it. Put it into your hand. If you go second, it's your first turn. Search your deck for up to 3 grass Pokemon instead of 1. Then shuffle your deck. That's not as good as Energy. Not as good as Energy. Repeated Wisp. Repeated Whip. Does 60 damage for 3 colorless. This attack does 20 more damage for each grass Pokemon, for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. Not as good as Energy Searching, but it is what it is. Galarian Slowking. Once during your turn, you may choose one of your opponent's Pokemon and flip a coin. If heads, heal 90 damage from that Pokemon. If tails, put 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. That is incredibly dicey. It could be really helpful if it pays off. If not, then your opponent is healed 90 damage. Spiral Spray Fluid does 90 for a dark and 2 colors. Again, if you're doing it on full HP Pokemon, you don't have anything to lose. So, you could tech 1 if you wanted to. Dark, Peonia, Resistant Gloves, Bonsweet, Lapras, Blitzel, Aeron, Deerling, ooh, Reverse Foil, Crushing Gloves, Zabastrika, Coordinated Bolt, does 30 plus for 1 colorless energy. If one of your other Rapid Strike Pokemon used an attack during your last turn, this attack does 90 damage. 90 more damage. So 120 for 1 if you attacked with a Rapid Strike Pokemon. It's okay. For 1 lightning and 2 colorless, Spark Rush does 90 damage. Flip a coin till you get tails. This attack does 90 more damage for each heads. It's okay. I mean, oh, it does 90 damage for each head. So you could get a tails and do no attack. I misread that attack. That's wrong the first time. So I don't like I said, I am not a fan of those types of attacks because you could end up wasting your turn and getting nothing out of your attack and then dying on your next turn. Grass, Seabold, Kirlia, Karen, Castform, Quillfish, Ralts, Heracross, Sunnyform, Rockruff, another Tesserina. Not bad. I could play Tesserina, you guys. I'm pretty sure I've pulled enough of everything. Pretty sure I pulled enough of everything. 4. Lightning, Clara, Haunter, Doctor, Castform, Hatnia, Aeron, Ralts, Venipede, Cloptopus, another Weezing. That's exciting. So I'm not gonna lie, my V's and VMAXs are kind of lackluster in this box. Kind of lackluster. Fighting, Porygon 2, Thwackey, Echoing Horn. Put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench. I mean, I guess you could tech one of these if you want extra prize cards with Rapid Strike Urshifu, but very meh card. Snover, Slowpoke, Crabrawler, Snorunt, Weedle, Hatnia. Ooh, we got the Gengar. Last gift. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack and from your opponent's Pokemon, search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Pain Burst for 3 energy, does 10 damage, plus this attack does 40 damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, I guess you could combo that really nicely with the Bannet. But again, this is Gengar in a nutshell. I love the cards, but they're generally cliche and they're generally not very meta heavy. And the last pack is Energy, Weeding Gloves, Avery, Flaffy, Castform, Ladybug, Golett, Cloptopus, Reboot, and Tornadus V. For 1 energy, Blow Through does 20. If there's a stadium in play, does 40. Meh. Blasting Hammer does 180 for 4. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. Meh. That is a very bad Pokemon card. So, all in all, I will not lie, this box was a little disappointing. The Fighting Energy is cool. Galarian V Articuno is okay, but as a whole, kind of a disappointing box. But you know what? It happens. The way the card game goes, it is how she be going sometime. All right, everybody, that was our Pokemon Chilling Reign box opening. Let me know what you guys think. Again, huge thank you to Mario for selling me the product. I will link his socials in the description below. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed this box opening and if you would like me to open the packs from the card codes on YouTube as well. See what we get there. As always, friends, it was a pleasure to spend some time with all of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding the notification bell if you want any more Pokemon related content. We also have Dungeons with Mrs. Arrows. We post stream highlights. And of course, we have a lot of VGC and TCG content coming your way this weekend if you guys are watching this on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you guys for coming out. And as always, friends, I will see you when I see you. Have yourselves a great weekend.